Yes, welcome back to my channel. You guys have been asking for it, so I will be sharing my first eFootball Pro Tactics. But before we're gonna get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more Pro Tactics and other eFootball content. And for now, enjoy this video. This is a tactic I've been using the last couple of months, mostly in online occasions in Season 2, and the main key for this tactic is to have a lot of variation in your gameplay. So the formation I'm playing is the 4-2-2-2 formation with a higher position CMF, as you can see. We have 2 CBs, a left back, right back, defensive midfielder, 1 central midfielder, an AMF, LMF, and as last 2 strikers. The playing style I'm using for this formation is quick counter, personally my favorite, as I like to play very offensively with high pressing, and the players are making a lot of runs going forwards as well. In my case, I'm using Jurgen Klopp as manager, or also known as Zeidler in game, to get the highest playing style proficiency for quick counter. Okay, so for each position I'm gonna explain what type of players I prefer to use. Starting with the goalkeeper, as we are playing with a high defensive line, it's important to have a goalkeeper that can cover the space behind your defenders. That's why we have to go with an offensive goalkeeper. Most ideally would be Manuel Neuer because of his own idea in the game, where he positions himself very high, but any other offensive goalkeeper will do as well, and my personal favorite is Ter Stegen. All of you guys know that I mostly like to play possession and prefer to build up from the back, and that's why I always want to have at least one build-up player. David Alaba is a great player for that position, as he is a very good all-rounder, very strong in the build-up with his passing, and defensively quite decent as well. The second CB should be more of a pure defender, a player that focuses on tackling and pressing towards his direct opponent. Nesta is the ideal player for this position, and if you're looking for a standard player as an alternative, I would go with Rudiger. For the wingback positions, I'd like to have variations as well. I'd like to have a wingback that will always join the attack, most ideally a fullback finisher such as Joao Cancelo, and on the other side an offensive fullback player like Kimmich that only joins the attack when needed or when presented with a chance. If your defending isn't that great yet, you could also go with a defensive fullback instead to have more certainty when you lose the ball. I would recommend a player like Azpilicueta who can play on both sides and is strong defensively. So to compensate your defensive line with 2 offensive wingbacks, I have another destroyer on the DMF position that also focuses on defending. In my case, I've got Edgar Davids, who is a real pitbull in my team and intercepts a lot of passes. A great alternative is Zambo Anguissa from Napoli as standard player for this position. For the CMF position, I most ideally like to have a box-to-box type that can be the connection point between the defense and attack and also have good passing attributes. I'm personally still looking for the perfect player on this position, but at the moment Barea from the Interpack is my best option. A standard alternative would be Marcos Llorente. An AMF in my team should always be a whole player, a player that always makes runs into the box. Johan Cruyff is still my best player for this role, as he has the pace for it, a great assist feeder, and also has a great finish. As alternative, I would go with Mason Mount. To have variation higher up the pitch, I would go with an LMF or RMF, depending which side you prefer. I mostly prefer a player that positions himself wide and cuts inside to receive the passes. That would be a roaming flank type of player. On this position I have Neymar, who is a creative playmaker that can go for a dribble on the flanks but also cuts inside when needed and has a great finish as well. Cheaper variant would be his companion Vinicius Jr., who's got roaming flank instead. Would you like to have a player that stays at the side and can dribble like Neymar and Vini? Then you should go with Jadon Sancho. As first striker, I mostly prefer a deep line forward or dummy runner to attract the defense to eventually create space for my AMF to run into. Of course, the free World Cup edition Lionel Messi does the job very well on this position and is besides that a great assist feeder as well. To finish it off, I love to have a great finisher inside the box, and that could be a goal poacher or a fox in the box. It's a nice bonus if that striker has good pace as well, such as Mbappe, but as you guys know, my best striker on this position is Dutch legend Ruud van Nistelrooy. Okay, so now that we have settled the right players, it's time to talk about the advanced instructions to complete this tactic. On this occasion, I only make use of 2 instructions. One of them is counter target, and I use that on Messi, who needs to save his stamina at any time, and he's the most crucial player in my team. The one that creates the space for my AMF, the one that provides the passes to the other attackers and also can make a difference with a nice dribble and shots. The other instruction I'm using is deep line on my DMF. When losing the ball, my DMF will position himself as an extra central defender. This is to compensate the offensive positioning of my wingbacks so that I can still have a solid defensive line with 3 at the back. Okay guys, so this was the end of the 4-2-2-2 Pro Tactics video. I hope this tactic will help you getting better results or inspire you to become a better player. If so, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more Pro Tactics and other eFootball content. I want to thank you guys for watching and see you guys soon again. Peace out.